Hello everybody, happy Friday, happy Friday. We are rambling. Danny Shay here along with Psychic Duck. Say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. Hello everybody. All right, Psychic Duck is in a better mood. So, got a lot of news to cover. I'm going to try to do it pretty quickly. The recap of the news for the week. We're just being bombarded with so much stuff. One of the reasons I'm in a sunnier mood, even though it's cloudy overhead, I got an email from, and I hope she doesn't mind, from the beautiful Tony at Shining Hawk Healing. And I was just checking in with her, and she sent me back this email that was so light, so bright. Reading it, I couldn't help but lighten my mood. She was doing things that I keep saying, grounding, putting your hands in the soil, working with Mother Earth. And she's doing that, and she turned off the news. I'm like, oh, that's good. That's good. Anyway, it was such an uplifting video, and I keep saying that this is the time that we should let the divine take over. Let things work out. Things will work out. All my readings, when I get in my head and when I get in my way, when I let go and throw some cards and say, help me out, what's going on? Are we moving in the right direction? The cards, the pendulum all say yes. But I focus on this second and I go, oh my gosh, Chicken Little, the sky is falling. And Psychic Duck just laughs at me. Talking to a chicken, what's the matter with you? Well, he's right. All right, should we do a really quick recap? I'm going to talk really fast. The week that just happened. So much stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom through this. Last Friday. Remember last Friday? I hardly do. Okay, zoom. RFK testimony. The Venezuelan boat strike. The Department of Defense is now the Department of War. Saturday, Apocalypse Now, Chicago. I love this smell of deportations in the morning. So, Chicago is ready to find out why it's called the Department of War. No, Chicago's about ready to find out about tacos. More later. Epstein is still in the news with Trump being an FBI informant from little Mikey Johnson. It's a hoax, etc., blah, blah, blah. Monday, the birthday drawing, and Republicans are saying, yeah, it's a hoax or I don't care. Tuesday, the Supreme Court came out and said, if you're, they're like waging a war against immigration and people of color and poor. And I just wanted, this is a long thing. Sotomayor said, when the government conceives anyone who looks Latino, speaks Spanish, and appears to work a low-wage job. Oh my God. I work a low-wage job. Okay, never mind. Rather than standing idly by while our constitutional freedoms are lost, she says, I dissent. And I saw her on Stephen Colbert. She also suggested read the whole opinion, both sides, be informed. So, thank you. We will. Wednesday, Russia fired into a NATO country. Charlie Kirk was shot and killed. Some people say assassinated. We're going to look into that because that's a lot of your questions. Less than an hour later, and there will be a pause after this, another shooting in Evergreen, Colorado at a high school. Yet, that didn't get any coverage. That much. The answers aren't easy, but we have to try. Okay, what else? Thursday seems to be like Pumpkinhead is saying that he's giving a war on Democrats. Epstein's emails were released from Bloomberg News, and then inflation and economic data came out, which isn't, well, it's not surprising to me that inflation is going up. Friday, Kirk's killer was caught, and Trump is talking about how criminal cases should be, like in China, really fast and final. You look at the Central Park, what was it, 16 or 6 or whatever that was, and Trump says they all should be thrown in jail and whatever, but he was wrong. So we have due process in this country, and the Supreme Court and Pumpkinhead want to throw it away. That's kind of what it looks like. Okay. Some good news, I think, is California has the legislature passed a pair of bills to prohibit on-duty law enforcement, including federal immigration agents, from masking their faces. They have to also identify themselves. But there are some exemptions, like, and I may get this wrong, so don't hold me to it. I think it was Highway Patrol or something? I don't know. Sheriff. Anyway, there were some exemptions to it, and I went, why? Now, I can understand for safety, for medical, but all right. So that's all the news. Let's get into some reading, some of your questions that we wanna look at. So most everybody was talking about Charlie Kirk. Okay, we're at 8 minutes. Let's start the reading. Excuse me. I'm going to slow it up a little bit. 808. Love that. The 808. So I pulled some energy cards, as I like to do before each of the getting into the political noise of things. Okay. I've been a little ramble because it's Friday. I started putting some cream back into my coffee. I think I need to take the cream off again because it's making my throat all yucky. Anyway, too much information? Probably. So the energies that I pulled, I go, here we are in the Friday Rambling. What is it that we need to know so that we can rest a little better? We talked about, earlier today I talked about letting the universe take care of things, letting spirit take care of things, God, however you want to look at things. Let that energy. We did Diane and I did a video on Saint Germain, and she really dug into the history and kind of where he was. I'm going to do a video a little later and put it on my other channel about the spiritual message that he was throwing out, along with, I'll just leave it like that. So, and I'm going to do that hopefully next week. But let the universe manage this issue. There are forces. Some people were asking in the comments. When are the ETs going to come around? And the ETs are the spiritual forces, for me, anyway. Hey, I hope you all can see the aliens too, right? I hope. Can you? Okay. So let's just... 3 cards I pulled. And I had to laugh. I had to laugh because we are such in the muck. We are in the muck and we just hang in the muck. And I say we as a collective, me. Not PsychicDuck floats above the muck. Last week I got in it and it didn't serve anybody. Me. So I got a muck card. That was for the YouTube censors out there. M. Muck. Yeah, I know. My last video got censored because I showed naked parts on my tarot cards. It's so funny because some of the cards I have with this Los Scaribo deck, and this is one of my favorite decks. It has the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, with the one sword in their hand and a severed head in the other hand. That's okay. But naked? No. It was the Star of Hope. No, we banned that Hope card. So, as we're in the muck, I got the muck card. She of the Lotus. Well, you know, my simple little mind went one direction with that. And truly, I think that, you know, I'm really leaving that energy alone because I think that she of the Lotus needs to process or is in a processing stage and feels the need for service, but she'll come up to this at her own time if she chooses to or not. So if I take she out of the equation, then it is asking us to look at the muck that we're in and acknowledge it and not push it away, not ignore it to a point, but not rise above it. Yeah, we're in this place, but we don't have to be this place, if that makes sense. Okay, the second card I got, Earth Star Chakra. This is digging into the earth, grounding into Mother Earth, feeling that chakra that is Mother Earth, that living, breathing. As a shamanic practitioner, everything is alive. It's on different movement streams. For example, a rock moves a little differently than a duck or a pumpkin head. So drop into, it's asking us to rise above the muck, drop into Mother Earth, feel that energy, get cleansed with it, heal with Mother Earth. This was interesting. I was listening to Linda the other day, and she was talking about how when she was getting her gifts, recognizing that she had these gifts. We all have them, in my opinion. She could feel the earth on her hands, and that is an indigenous sign of becoming aware of your gifts. That is this. That is this. I also got a message a couple of days ago about sticking my hand in the dirt, which I did. I went to the beach and massaged the sand. And I got to tell you, The sand really appreciated the massage. I got the shoulders on the sand. Okay. The third card I got, shine your light. How are we shining our light if we're in the muck? What color is that? Which takes me back to the Saint Germain thing, because there is the 7 rays, and Saint Germain's light is the violet flame, the violet ray. How are we shining our light if we're using our chakra system? Take an inventory of the chakra system and see which one is shining, which one isn't shining. Ooh, my Beyond Lemuria wants to pull another card because I picked it up and started shuffling. All right, the deck's 1555. The decks I am using, Tarot Grand Lux, and just because I'm a rebel, my Nicked deck. Nicked. Nicked. Now, as we move forward, just in case YouTube doesn't get it, this is for entertainment purposes only. Y'all get it? Entertainment purposes only. You may still have questions on this. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into some of your questions. The big one seemed to be, I have them pulled up here. The big one, we're just gonna, do you think Blackwater is involved with either of the Kirk incident or the maxi pad ear incidents, PA? I had to look that up, and I guess some people are wearing maxi pads on their ears. Is that just in Pennsylvania? I don't know. I mean, I kind of heard about that a long time ago. Blackwater, to me, is one of those things that I don't really look into. They're dark. They are dark. There is there is certainly that energy that's behind this administration. So let's just look. Is there something? So they found this guy that got Kirk. Well, he's not guilty unless you're a Republican. And apparently, somebody said that he had, there was marks on the shell casings. And the thing that is so kind of disturbing to me, I mean, we're going back to the 60s. When I was in the 60s, I didn't trust the government at all. Now I don't trust the government at all. When you have reality TV show people running the government, Pumpkinhead, Dan Bongino, he's not running it, but the FBI guy, Susie Wiles, all these Fox News personalities. I mean, couldn't you get Nicole Wallace in there? Something? If you could pick an MSNBC person to be in the government, who would it be? And what position would you put him in? Now immediately I'm going, Rachel Maddow for president? So if we had to leave Pumpkinhead in there, I know I hear you. No, don't leave him in there. What MSNBC news personality would you put in there? Lawrence O'Donnell is, he comes to mind, but he's so dry. Ari Melber? I like Ari. Nicole Wallace, she immediately popped into my head. Okay, let's look. Was this guy acting alone? This guy that they found, that he reportedly confessed to his family, and then the family members turned him in. I haven't read much on it, so. But it looked like, and I'm thinking, dang, that guy was a good shot, or he was a lucky shot. When I first looked at this, the images that I got were he was trying to silence Charlie Kirk, but it felt like it was for other reasons besides all of Charlie Kirk's point of view on so many issues, transgender, guns. I mean, how ironic, right? It's like, you know, I keep talking about the web of creation and putting our voice on the web of creation, and what we say vibrates, and it affects everybody, and it comes back and affects us. If I say love and send love out on the web, I get love back. If I send, well, what he said is that we need more gun violence, like 2 or 3 every year. And again, don't hold me to specifics on this, but he was saying, you know, we need that to keep our Second Amendment alive, which I totally disagree with. Anyway, and then he gets it with the Second Amendment issue. So, was there somebody besides him? You know, because we can go back to the Epstein thing. Oh, was he getting too close to saying something about Epstein? He did say that he was not going to talk about it for a while. And so I'm sure Trump and JD said, hey, cool it, dude. Let's see. Was there somebody else? So somebody was behind this, some other well, you know, I have a hard time dropping in, which is why I have cards. Let's see. Let's see what the cards... Was there somebody else that was behind this? Was he that good of a shot? Or was it a scare tactic that went wrong? And that's kind of what I think happened with the maxi pad incident for Trump. I think that was planned and it for entertainment only, and it went horribly wrong. They didn't plan it very well, which is what's going on with our government. We don't know how to work the system. The FBI doesn't know how to work its organization. Kash Patel fired the guy in Utah. Okay, that was head of the FBI in Utah that was supposed to be overseeing this. And now he's going in to oversee, Kash Patel's going in to oversee this investigation. And people are going, I've never heard of that before. Okay. Ooh. All right, so first card I pulled out was somebody else looking at this. Is somebody, are there more people behind this than just that lone guy? My deck of cards was upside down. Normally I read these right side up, and I got Judgment reversed on it. But I'm going to flip it right side up. It feels like things are going to be released. This could feel like the Judgment card for Charlie Kirk. I don't try to tap into him. For me, when people pass, I want to give them their space, because in my awareness, I feel that they need to get their bearings as to where they are, what just happened, what review they're going through. If you look at Cash Peters when he does his transition, some of these guys are like, what happened? So that's what I want to do. I've also heard that some people just don't want to tap in at all because of his earthly views. He has totally different views, in my opinion, when you get into the other place. It's different, totally different. So, not doing that, just what's going on behind. Was there somebody else behind the scenes? Six of Swords. Moving on. These cards are kind of ominous, right? Six of Wands. Coming in as a winner. New start. New start. Okay, let me drop this down so you can see what I'm looking at here. Okay, that's my Mount Shasta card. That has nothing to do with this reading. Oh my gosh, yes? Can I say yes? You can say yes. Thank you, Psychic Duck. So, we have the Judgment card. We have the Six of Swords. Moving on to calmer waters. We have riding in as a winner at the base of it, the Six of Wands. So this, he had a lot of people behind him. He had a lot of influence. People think what he was saying, he had good oratory skills. In the past, as it relates, the Money card. And the question is, was there somebody else behind it? Yes. New emotional start. I'm going to pull extra on that. And being stabbed in the back. So, with this stabbed in the back, that is a yes card. There were more people behind it. And I want to stop here because I want to refocus my question. Because I started flipping into Charlie Kirk when I'm reading. He is definitely on a new emotional path. He's got a new beginning. He's moving on. He's got the Judgment card coming. But the question, and somebody stabbed Charlie Kirk in the back. So my question is, let's look at that Ten of Swords card. Who stabbed Charlie Kirk? Was it this lone guy or somebody else? Let me focus on that. Was it the lone guy or was it somebody else? And I know I started with this, but my thought process got skewed. Who was it? Lone guy or somebody else? New journey. Oof. The devil. The addiction. So when I pulled this Fool card out, I immediately thought of the Epstein files. Moving on. 4 coins. Celebration with the 4 of Wands. Having a partnership. 3 of Wands. Overseeing something overseas. Internally, new beginning, new information coming out. Externally, fighting the information, the abuse of power, winning at any cost. The power, the strength of this. And we have the King of Coins. Very rich man. This King of Coins is also my Pumpkinhead card. I don't feel like it's him, but it could be the people who he knew in the birthday book. Let's just leave it like that. These cards, I say yes. I say this is just not a one and done. This is coming from overseas, from the information that could have been spilled out, abusing the power. I see this Four of Wands, and I look at this overshadowing the reading, and it feels like this is a little lap of luxury type of card. It's not Pentacles, but it's this security. We got this. Our information is all good. I mean, normally this is like a wedding. Everybody's happy. Everybody's good. We got our own little bubble until the honeymoon's over. And then we get the Fool card, we get the Devil card, we get the Movement card. So let's look. I'm saying, yeah, it was not, it was somebody else. And let's look, is this going to be, revealed? Is this information going to be revealed? And then I'll pull the camera up. Is this information of who did it going to be revealed? Why is no screaming in my head? Because it's not going to be revealed. Let's see. Is this information going to be revealed in the near future? Is this information going to come out? Who did it? Strength. Six of Cups, going back to a simpler time. This is what got me in trouble with the other deck. Six of Cups. For entertainment only, that is a clothed young girl. Okay. That was stupid, Danny. That was stupid. All right. Six of Coins, giving and receiving. Is this going to be revealed? So far, I say yes. With the Queen of Wands, with moving on, with information, boom, yes, it will be. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. Well, I'll keep going, but I'm going to lift it up. I don't know how it will be, though. With this incompetence and with the... Well, okay, got it. Thank you. She of the Lotus. I was in the mud, you know? So, when this regime shifts and changes, when we allow it, I'm putting it on us. When we allow this regime change when we allow it to go away, and the reason I say this is because we're so invested in the muck. Let's get out of the muck. The abuse of power. Will this be revealed? Winning at any cost internally. So, is there somebody that's going, I'm not letting this go. I am not letting this go. Some of these MAGA guys, we are not letting this go. I don't know, did anybody see, who's the InfoWars guy? Blubbering man. Was he crying? Joe Rogan, I saw a little bit of him and he's all freaked out. All the podcasters are freaked out because they're out there. 10 of Wands in the external position, the burden. Is this going to come out? It's going to be heavy. It's a heavy burden. King of Swords, no severed head. It's coming out. King of Wands. This information, let me drop this down real quick so you may see this. So we have the Chariot. Moving on. Strength is at the center, going back to a more innocent time where this crap shouldn't be happening at all. We have the Queen of Wands in the past, the King of Wands in the final outcome. Yeah, it's going to come out. The Chariot is moving this forward with legal issues, the hopes and fears. The clarifications are these guys. These guys thought that they could get away with it. Now we're in our own honeymoon stage. Everything is good. And then we get the Page of Swords. This guy's a little reckless with his swords. He's going, oh, hell no. I'm not standing by and letting this continue. So whatever this Page energy is, yeah? Whatever this Page energy is, you know, we just need to buckle up. We need to get out of the muck. Let's not wallow in it. Let's rise above it as much as we can. I mean, when that Supreme Court thing came out last week, and then I hear some of my friends saying, I need to move out of the country because I don't want my daughters being subjected to an ICE raid because they're brown. That blew me up. However, that's their reality. My reality is different. I will support them. I will do anything I can to make sure that that doesn't happen to them. And I struggle even saying that, you know? Okay, all right, let's move on. Ann Cosgrove says, no questions today. Okay, we're done. Yep. She goes, I think you might be getting a zillion of the same 5 or 6 questions. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Donald Trump 911. Right side of his face was droopy. Well, we all know that he's going downhill. And there is one video that I watched, Keith Edwards, and he was saying, look at the hands, how they moved. He was talking, maybe there was some AI stuff going on. Look at all the tech bros he's got. You don't think that they are making AI stuff from him? Let's just read on that. Are the 3 cards are tech bros making AI videos of Trump to present to the public? Are the tech bros aiding in AI videos using their expertise so that Trump can present himself to the public in a more cohesive way? When I say cohesive, yes. Absolutely. Yes, in partnership. Chariot in the sun. So let me read this a couple of different ways, and you guys can pull some extra cards on this if you choose to. The answer is yes to me. But the Chariot in the sun card, are they moving the image of him so that they can play more in the sun, so that they can have more of this sun energy on their businesses and companies? Or is this Chariot they're going to be moving away from because of full illumination? Very strong cards. When I look at this Chariot, this movement card, they got to be really, really strong to deal with these two wild, wild energy of horses. I mean, these horses, and it's where we are today, right versus left, right? Left. Strong points of view. It takes somebody with huge strength, and all I can think of is all these tech bros are so buff. Mark Zuckerberg. Ooh, ooh. Okay. So, Trump. It looked like his face was melting. He's not well at all. Trump. Let's look at your health. Did you have 3 cards? Did you have are you having strokes? Are you stroking out all the time? I would say yes. So, we have secrets with the moon coming to light, but they're coming into the light of the full moon, which we just had. And it brings a new emotional start. We're at a crossroads here with the Two of Swords. In this deck, look at her. She can see through the veil. So, and these swords aren't crossed. So, she sees what's going on. She's got the 2 swords. She knows the path that she needs to walk through, and it's like the moon card. Walking through the 2 pillars. So, yes, he is, and they're keeping it under wraps for as long as they can, and it's going to come out. My regime change video said there is something that is going to be shifting by the end of this month. And timing sucks. Things change all the time. But he's not a well man at all. Okay. At 45, going to Japan and South Korea in October. How will he be received? Also, he's going to England. Also, he's going to go to England this month. Is he going to go to England this month? Is he going to England this month? Moving on. Is he going to England this month? Is he going to make a fool of himself in England this month? King of Cups. Uh-oh. All right, so, okay. All right, let me drop this down. Y'all can see what I'm playing with. Here we go. Okay, it looks like a mess on my desk. So let me kick this out a little bit. So what do we got? We have the Six of Swords moving on to calmer waters. Is he going to England this month? It's being challenged by his mental capacity. The illusion delusion card. Yeah, I think I'm going to go in there as a winner with the Six of Wands. At the base of this reading with the Two of Cups, normally this is support, this is a partnership, and I think I immediately got drugs from this illusion delusion, trying to manage that he's having an elixir type, he's bathing in that. In the past, you have the Two of Coins, juggling things, juggling what card to pick, what cup to pick. It's all, yeah, he's all mixed up. And in the potential near future is the King of Cups. That is not him. That is not him. So, is that Stalmer? That is calmer? He's very worried about something coming to light. You have the Ace of Pentacles in the hopes and fears, giving and receiving, holding on to your money, and looking overseas. But look at this card. Does this look like loss, or does this look like throwing money at somebody? To me, it looks like throwing money at somebody, but his hand is empty. So maybe what he offers them are empty promises. But he's going over there to try to balance some things out. Let's throw some on this Five of Coins, and I'm using my naked deck. So, what is this? He's trying to balance some things out, and I think this is with NATO, him going over there. Trade as well. What is this Five of Coins all about? And he's pausing and he's looking overseas. What is this loss, this Five of Coins about? As clarifying the giving and the receiving. The Three of Pentacles. Russia? Is Russia going to get involved with this? Oh, I can show this. King of Swords. I'm saying, yeah, the aggressor. But taking a look at it from a different point of view. Interesting. Okay, so intuitively, here's what I'm getting. Suspension. So this is, he's giving and receiving, but then there's this loss card here. So he's going over there to level the playing field, but he's not going to do it. He's going to be looking somewhere else, overseas. That's going to take his attention. Here you have the Russia card, the aggression card, and him pausing, looking at things from a different point of view. Let's just take a look real quick, because I'm rambling, and I get to do this. What is the outcome? What is the outcome of Pumpkinhead? 3 cards. What is the outcome of Pumpkinhead going over to the UK. Is he pausing things because of his health? It feels like he is pausing things because of a Russian aggression. What is the outcome of Trump going to England? 10 of coins. The Sun card, illumination. In this deck, to me, this looks like this is a higher authority. This looks like it is a karmic type of energy card. There is some, anyway, saving money, full illumination. What is this? The heavy burden, the 2 tens, the completion. I think we're going to get some information from him that is really going to show that he is unwell. If these coins are mental coins, like the 7 of Cups, I don't know. Okay. I just sense that something's going to be happening there. Let's look real quick. Is Trump going to be going to Japan and South Korea in October? It's kind of a pendulum question. What do we know? What do we need to know about Trump going to Japan, South Korea? Nine of Cups, wish card, wishes fulfilled. The worry card. And when you look at this card, in through the window, it looks like that could be death looking in the window. Or is it a vampire? And we don't want to wish anything on anybody, but then we get balance. Is Trump going to, I don't know, this feels like this Temperance card is going between 2 portals. That's, who's looking in the window? Who's looking in the window? Not to wish anything. All right, 7 minutes left. What are the energy? This is a good one from Danny. What are the other Danny? What are the energies around people getting tired of the violence on both sides and shifting into a peaceful, peaceful and cautious way of thinking? Well, kind of starts with us, doesn't it? What are our energies? And I guess this is a good one to end on. What are our energies? And as soon as I hear about that, on both sides, it feels like it's going into ceremony, whatever that means for you. Dropping into staying positive and being aware and not. I got triggered by a neighbor of mine who was walking down the street and started throwing Democratic slurs at our governor. I lost it. And that's on me. I need to get a little more calmer and have a conversation and tell them why that's not appropriate. How I'm not going to listen to it anymore. But, so what's the energies? Right now, let's look at them right now. What are the energies around people coming together and tapping down the violence and the rhetoric? What is that about? There are some people, some Republicans that are saying, we got to stop this, both sides. And when I think of this, and I'm just going to go to one side, because when I think of this, I go, is it the Democrats? It feels like it's all the Republicans. And am I just being, part of the problem with this? And what they're saying, I think, is that, well, you keep saying that we're evil and that we're Hitler-like and blah, blah. And I go, but you are. But there may be a better way to phrase it. So, what is the energy? What is the energy around stepping into, I'm going to pull 6 on, what is the energy around people getting tired of all the violence and the rhetoric being thrown at both sides? What is the energy, the violence and the rhetoric being thrown around at this time? And then I'm going to look in 3 months. People are, there are some people that are really hard at work at this. Let's figure out how to stop this. And we have the Knight of Cups. There may be somebody that comes up with a plan. It may be a false knight though, but we've got, and that's a little negative thinking, but maybe we got that going on. Maybe we have the Knight of Cups coming in. We have the 6 of Coins, trying to balance things out, giving and receiving. We have the 4 of Cups. This is going, the 6 of Cups, going back to a simpler time that's in the past where this wasn't so prevalent. I mean, we got out of it in the 60s, so we can do it again. At the top is a pause, is a meditation, is the 4 of Cups, looking at an offer. We haven't taken it, but there's the offer being presented. And then we have the Magician. As soon as I got this card, I said, let's let Spirit take care of this. And I go, well, we need some human intervention because we need to do this. We just can't let Spirit take care of this. Come on, will the aliens come down and save us? No, I don't know if they will. Because they can't get involved. It's us. We have to walk this path. However, so I'm going, we're not looking at the offer. Then before I threw this next card, I went, let's let Spirit take care of it. I got the Magician card. Who is Merlin? Well, if you looked at our video with Diana yesterday, the Magician, Merlin, was Saint Germain. Saint Germain is the one that is going to be in control of us in the Aquarian age, the transformation, the peace, the love. So, and I was telling Diana that I go, I've never really connected with the energy of him. And is it because I never really read up on him? There's some things I go, really? And some things that don't make sense. But as I connect more in the readings of what this energy is all about, it's really powerful. And I think we can allow the magician to take over. So what is the energy around it? Let's expect magic. Let's expect divine help coming to work with this. Internally, 3 of coins. It's going to take work. But we have information coming from the external place. Our hopes and fears, don't get your hopes up. The Queen of Cups. But it's in the hopes and fears position. Why can't I get my hopes up? Okay, you can hope that the Queen of Cups, yeah, I am. I'm hoping the Queen of Cups because, whoops, I voted. You're still incubating that, aren't you? Oh, yeah. Hope. That's the Obama thing, though. Final outcome, the Queen of Swords. So what's the energy here? So this Queen of Swords is really interesting. It's not the King of Swords or the Five of Swords, the abuse of power. It's knowing how to use the sword correctly. It's knowing how to use legal things correctly. Both of these cards are my She of the Lotus. So, hope, dream. It still feels like to me, divine feminine energy is coming in with this magician energy to help us out. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all in this Friday rambling. Stay above the muck. Let's be the lotus flower. Peace and love.